Drop your comments down below when you hear this information that I'm going to share with you. And let's put this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details of this article and drop your comments down below because I really want to hear what you think about this. All right, so let's dive into this information here and hear what the president just said the other day. Okay, so a couple days ago, the president was out with a cabinet meeting. Okay, so the president had this cabinet meeting and he was there with the vice president as well. And remember, a few months ago, the president appointed the vice president, J.D. Vance, to basically lead this fraud task force. Okay, now the whole point here and what the president said is that apparently the vice president, J.D. Vance, has found so much money from all the fraud and this fraud task force that they would have enough money to do the following, which is honestly nuts. To not only save Social Security and basically balance the finances of Social Security, but also balance the federal budget, which would be multiple trillions of dollars that they would need just to balance the budget on a annualized basis, because we run about a $2 trillion deficit within the federal government per year. Okay, so they would need to find multiple trillions of dollars, not only to fully fund Social Security, but also to balance the federal budget. We're talking multiple trillions of dollars within this fraud task force. So drop your comment down below now. Do you think the fraud task force has really found trillions of dollars of fraud? And if they have, I guess my rebuttal to that is WTF are they doing with our taxpayer dollars if that much is being lost to fraud? I mean, just be real, right? Let's just say it how it is. That's our money at the end of the day that they are allowing to be lost through fraud if that is the case. So they might act like, oh, this is a good thing. We found trillions of dollars in fraud and we'll be able to save Social Security. My reply to that is, why are you allowing trillions of our dollars to literally be lost to fraud? That seems really, really negligent and like super, super screwed up in my opinion, if that's what's going on. So again, I mean, maybe you could look at it one way and be like, oh, we found all this money. This is amazing. But I guess you could also look at the other side, as I just described there, and say, why is this allowed to be happening here? Why has this gone on for so long, if that's the case? Now, what's super interesting about this as well, highlighted in the article, they indicated through some independent studies that about 99+% of Social Security payments are accurate. So there's maybe like less than a 1% of an error rate that goes out with Social Security payments, right? And that's kind of, in a variety of different ways, but again, less than a 1% error rate within Social Security. I'm sorry, but that's not going to yield trillions of dollars. That's not going to yield hundreds of billions, maybe not even tens of billions of dollars, even if they figured that out. So basically what they're claiming here is that just because of this fraud task force, that they would be able to save Social Security. I'm just going to say this much. It's going to take more than 10 billion, 20 billion, 50 billion, $100 billion. It's going to take multiple trillions of dollars consistently for many years and decades into the future to ultimately save Social Security. It's not going to be like a couple $100 billion and we're good. That's not how it works. Social Security needs multiple trillions of dollars. In fact, according to some of the most recent reports that are out there, between now through the end of the century, okay, I know it's a long time, but that's how they run these reports, okay, but now through the end of the century, which is about, 74 years or something, right? Social Security is running a deficit of about $22 trillion. $22 trillion, okay? My point being is that we need a lot of money, way more than this potential fraud task force is going to be able to pull up to save Social Security, okay? So, although maybe it may, possibly could scratch together a few $billion and maybe, shuffle that back over to Social Security and help with the insolvency issue and the finances within Social Security there with this fraud task force, it's good. I mean, I'll be fair with you. Fraud is not good, right? It is not good at all. It should not be tolerated. It should not be allowed. Totally agree with that. But to the tune of hundreds of billions or trillions of dollars, I don't know. Something about that seems a little fishy to me. And at the end of the day, unless it is multiple trillions of dollars, it will not fix Social Security, okay? And remember, you've heard me say this a ton of times over the years, and most recently I've been talking about this a little bit lately as well, which is we know that as of right now, in about 6 years, give or take a little bit, 6 years if we're lucky, probably more like 5.5 years, We will have the insolvency issue, which is the Social Security Trust Fund running out of money. In other words, when I say trust fund, think of it like a savings account. The Social Security savings account, they call it a trust fund. We personally call it a savings account. Basically the same description. But basically that money will be gone. The $2.7-ish trillion in the trust fund will be totally depleted, gone. And that's where that big cut to benefits comes in. And again, you've heard me talk about that before. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole here in this video, but you get my point on that. Anyway, drop your comments down below. And again, I just want to say this. This is nothing against the president, the current administration. It's nothing political. I'm just saying the numbers don't add up, okay? Person